Hey, thanks for joining me today. This is Pastor Lafayette, and we are in Psalm chapter 49. Interesting psalm. We'll read it and discuss it. Psalm chapter 49, I'm reading out of the New King James Version of the Bible. Verse 1, Hear this, all peoples, give ear, all inhabitants of the world, both low and high, rich and poor together. My mouth shall speak wisdom, and the meditation of my heart shall give understanding. I will incline my ear to a proverb. I will disclose my dark sayings on the harp. Why should I fear in the days of evil, when the iniquity at my heels surrounds me? Those who trust in their wealth and boast in the multitude of their riches, none of them can by any means redeem his brother, nor give to God a ransom for him. For the redemption of their souls is costly, and it shall cease forever. That he should continue to live eternally and not see the pit. For he sees wise men die, likewise the fool and senseless person perish, and leave their wealth to others. Their inner thought is that their houses will last forever, their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. Nevertheless, man, though in honor, does not remain. He is like the beast that perish. This is the way of those who are foolish, and of their posterity who approve their sayings. Selah. Like sheep they are laid in the grave, death shall feed on them. The upright shall have dominion over them in the morning, and their beauty shall be consumed in the grave, far from their dwelling. But God will redeem my soul from the power of the grave, for he shall receive me. Selah. Do not be afraid when one becomes rich, when the glory of his house is increased. For when he dies, he shall carry nothing away. His glory shall not descend after him. Though while he lives, he blesses himself, for men will praise you when you do well for yourself. He shall go to the generation of his fathers. They shall never see light. A man who is in honor, yet does not understand, is like the beast that perish. Interesting that we're talking about people who put their trust in riches or put their trust in honor or man's honor. And yet David was a very, very rich man. But it does tell us something about David. Though he had wealth, that wasn't his source. Though he had honor, though he had fame, though people wrote songs about him, though his name has lived on through the generations, that wasn't his source. And it should not be our source. I'm looking at the first few verses. Talking about speaking wisdom, verses 1, 2, and 3. Verse 5, Why should I fear in the days of evil, when the iniquity at my heels surrounds me? And why should you? Why should you let things trouble you, freak you out, cause you to go into distress or panic attacks? Who do you trust? Do you trust yourself? Do you trust the government to bail you out? Do you trust friends and family to come through in the end and pull you out? Who is your trust in? You know, people will let you down. Governments will fail. Times will change. And things move on. And sometimes they'll move on without you. But who do you trust? Who is your faith in? Who is your source? In days of evil, when people are nipping at your heels, when evil things surround you, when times look tough, difficult, scary, what will you do? Will you panic? Or will you be at peace? Will we do what we normally do, thinking that maybe, and we do this, don't we, that if we only had money, our problems would be answered? We pay for a high-priced attorney or buy our way out of it or buy our way into it. My friend, we have capital that many times we don't even use. It is our relationship with God. And if we will rely and depend upon Him, it will change our lives forever. Do that today. Put your faith and dependence completely in Him and watch Him move on your behalf. God bless you. Thanks for joining me today. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.